Hello?
Miss Lestico, guess what time it is?
What time?
It's time for math!
Yay!
Happy new math year! Oh, I'm so excited to be back, Miss Lestico.
I am too. This is going to be such a fun year of math. We're going to get to learn about coins and graphing and measurement and fractions
And shapes and personal financial literacy. And there's just so much. I'm so excited.
I know, but we get to start off the year with learning about something that we've already done a few times this school year.
That's right. We're going to keep learning place value, but this time we're going to get even bigger numbers. What's our target, Miss Lestico?
Our target today is going to be I can use standard and picture form. Oh, so we already know those two forms, standard and picture form, to represent numbers to 120.
Oh my goodness. Miss Lestico, before we stopped at number 99.
That's true.
Now we get these bigger numbers. I'm so excited.
Wow, and I'm noticing that we now have numbers that have 3 digits in them. So we're going to learn about a whole new place value, the hundreds place.
Ooh, I'm excited. Well, we have some friends that are going to help us get going.
Let's turn over to Annie and Moby.
Awesome slam dunk. What's the score? No, Moby, the game is not tied. They scored 6 points, which is the same as 6 ones. We scored 16 points, which is the same as 110 and 6 ones. What is place value? Numbers can be made up of just 1 digit. But numbers can have more than 1 digit too. The number 6 has only 1 digit. The number 16 has 2 digits, 1 and 6. Each digit in a number stands for a group. The value, or how much each digit stands for, depends on its place in the number. This is called place value. What are ones? Let's see. How many cubes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 cubes. When you count things one by one, you count up by ones. When we write the number 9, it's in the ones place. Some numbers have more than 1 digit, like the number on my shirt. What are tens? When you combine 10 ones, you get a group of 10. On a 100 chart, each row has 10 ones. You can combine tens and ones to make a 2-digit number. Let's see. We've got 1 group of 10. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So we have 15 cubes. The digit farthest to the right shows how many ones we have, 5 ones. The digit next to it shows how many groups of tens we have, 1 group of 10. Right, you can show the number on a 100 chart too. That box has 64 crayons. That means there are 6 groups of 10 and 4 ones. So that's 64. You can show this number on a 100 chart. I've definitely seen numbers that have 3 digits. What are hundreds? When you combine 100 ones, you get a group of 100. Right, Moby. You can also get 100 by combining 10 tens. Let's see. We have one group of 100, we have 3 groups of 10, and we have 8 ones. 100 plus 3 tens plus 8 ones equals 138 cubes. That puzzle has 375 pieces. That means there are 3 groups of 100, 7 groups of 10, and 5 ones. So that makes up 375. Yeah, it is a big number. I don't know if we'll ever score 1,249 points, Moby. It looks like we need a new scoreboard.
Wow, my brain popped! Miss Lestico, that was so helpful. And it really reminded me all of the things that we've learned about for place value.
That's true. We've already learned about the tens place and the ones place and their value. But now we have the hundreds place. So we'll have 3 digits, and the first one will be in the hundreds place. And, well, Miss Lime, if we have 100, so remember this is our picture or our base 10 blocks, and this is 100 right here. How many ones would be inside of this giant 100 block?
A giant 100. Oh, it has 100 ones. And I can see there are the little tiny squares and lines drawn on it. But when we draw it, do we have to draw all 100?
Oh, no, that would take a really long time. The point of 100 block is that it's an easier or a faster way to draw 100 ones. So all you have to draw is a square.
Oh, okay. And I still remember a 10. That was that long, skinny rectangle.
That's true. And in our 10, you can see that a 10 is made up of 10 tiny ones. But we don't have to draw the ones because this is the easier way to just draw a rectangle to show that it has 10 ones inside of it.
That's right. And part of me learning all of these number forms is recognizing, remember when we subitized at the beginning of the year? I just instantly know that value or that amount.
That's true.
Should we practice with a number, Miss Lestico?
Yeah, so we have our anchor chart right here. So we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Miss Lime, would you like to pick a number to put on our anchor chart?
Oh, let's do the number 113.
Okay, 113. So I know I hear 100. So in the hundreds place, I'm going to put 113. Oh, now I know our teen numbers, and I remember we learned about these earlier, have a 1 in the tens place. So I'm going to put a 1 in the tens place. And 13 would be 3 ones. So this would be the standard form of the number would be 113. So that's me writing the numbers out.
Wow. How would we draw that number, Miss Lestico?
Oh, well, if we were to put this number in picture form, so remember we're drawing our base 10 blocks, I would need to draw 100. Now, Miss Lime, what shape would I draw for that?
Oh, it's a square. But wait, Miss Lestico, this one is also a square. They're both squares.
But I know if I was describing these two objects, I could see that this is a lot larger or bigger than the one is. So I have to be really careful when I am drawing my 100 blocks to make sure I draw a big square so that we don't confuse it for any of our ones. And I really want to make sure that I draw a square because if I make it a little skinny, it might look like my tens.
That's right. And we practiced doing this when we were doing our numbers to 99, making sure that your tens and ones really look like tens and ones. I can tell the difference, Miss Lestico.
We have to make sure we have a big square, a skinny rectangle, and then, I'm going to need to draw 3 ones. So I'm going to draw and make sure that they're little squares so that I can tell the difference. And I have 1, 2, 3 squares.
And Miss Lestico, I can clearly see the difference. I know that's a 100 block because it's so much bigger. That's a 10 because it's that skinny rectangle, and those are your ones.
That's true. And this is the standard form of my numbers. I would see the digits, and this is my picture form. So I drew my base 10 blocks.
And we know I can just build it.
But it's important to make sure that even if you don't have base 10 blocks at home, you can practice drawing it, or you can make it with other things.
That's right. Well, I think we should practice building or drawing some more numbers. Okay, it's my turn. I'm going to pick a card. 101. So this number in standard form is 101. So I'm going to write that number 101. Miss Lestico, will you hold that? So I have 101. 101. Let's see. I can see that I have a 1 in the hundreds place. That means I need 100. So I'm going to draw one big square because I know that's a 100. And, Ms. Lestico, there's a 0 in the tens.
But I remember when we did numbers like 20 and 30 and 40 where there were 0 ones, we just skipped it. We didn't draw any.
That's so right. You're right. There are 0 tens. I have to draw 0 tens. Of course. Okay, and 1 1. Okay. I'm gonna draw 1 1 and I made really sure to make sure that I could tell the difference between my hundreds block and my 1.
Good job, Miss Lynn.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna pick a number. And I have the number 117. So I'm gonna write that in standard form. So I'm just gonna rewrite the number. So I'm gonna write 117. So I have 1 1 7. And if I am going to do this in picture form, I know that I have to have 100. So I'm going to draw 100 block. And so my 100 blocks are big squares. So I'm going to draw a big square for my 100. And I have 110. So I'm going to draw one of my long skinny rectangles. And I have 7 ones. So I'm going to have to draw 7 of my little tiny 1 blocks. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I know it's important to go back and check to make sure that I drew the right amount, because when it gets the bigger numbers, sometimes we might draw the wrong amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have the right amount.
Okay, let's do one more. Ready? This one. 120. Ooh, okay, 100. So that's the standard form of the number. So I have 1, 2, 0. So this is my standard form of the number. Let's see. I have a 1 in the hundreds place. So I have 100. So I'm going to draw a 100 block. That's that big square, just like that. Miss Lestico, I have a 2 in the tens spot. That just means I need to draw 2 tens. I remember the value of 2 tens was 20.
That's true.
Here are my tens. These are the long, skinny rectangles. And, a 0, which means 0 ones, which, I don't have to draw anything. So I have my 100 and my 2 tens. So this picture form represents my number 120. It's your turn!
On Seesaw, you are going to have a number in standard form, and you're going to have to color in the correct number of base 10 blocks in order to show the picture form of the number, and then tell how many hundreds, tens, and ones are in the number.
Make sure you pay close attention to those digits in the standard form.
And make sure you push that green check mark when you're done.